Well, Hillary Clinton is now officially the Democratic nominee for president. And the media has already predictably descended like the vultures they are upon what they expect will be the remains of the Sanders campaign. They'll ask the Sanders supporters, are you going to Hillary or to Trump? They'll question those of us who won't be brought to heel at the feet of Hillary Clinton. They'll say, but aren't you afraid of Trump? Why aren't you listening to Bernie? Well, it's because we're going to die. Let me explain. See, what the media doesn't understand is that when we said still Sanders, when we said Bernie or bust, when we say never Trump, never Hillary, it's that we mean it. Bernie Sanders is a man of honor, a man who has stood up for those who could not, who has given voice to those who couldn't speak loud enough his entire career. He's given a leaderless movement a leader. He's given those of us with a passion to change the world for the better and to push things forward a rallying cry and a place to belong. But like Bernie has said himself a multitude of times, it's not about him and never was. It's about us. And he's passed the torch to us, and we will continue moving forward. It's easy to get caught up in the moment. It's easy to be afraid of large, bellowing, taunting bullies. It's easy to use that fear to justify what I've been taught my entire life. The old conventional mode of American politics, the lesser of two evils theory. See, they've given us two criminals, two presidential candidates who, not coincidentally, happen to have the lowest favorability ratings of all time. And they have the nerve to say, if you don't choose one criminal, you'll get the other. You see, when you back up a little bit and gain a little bit of perspective and do your best to shake off that fear, you realize that it's a trap. You realize that it's the argument that they use to control and contain you. The two-party system is a sham, we all know that, but to say any differently will just bring up one word, nadir. So they use it to scare you back into line. Intimidation politics is American politics. Those two are one and the same. And it's all pretty scary, but once you see things for what they truly are, they lose their control of you. You realize that you only have a limited time on this earth to make a difference. You realize it's not about Trump or Hillary. They're distractions from what's real in life. What we Sanders supporters know is that we're going to die. We know that when we're gone, we need to leave the world a better place than when we found it. We aren't just a bunch of selfish millennials as the media might like to portray us. We realize more than any other generation before us what an integral part of history we play and in the story of this earth. We understand that climate change is real and that we contribute to it, and that fracking isn't the answer. We don't want our children to grow up in an uninhabitable world. We realize that the TPP isn't the answer. We don't want our children to grow up in a country without a living wage. We don't want to have to tell our children that they have to vote for the lesser of two evils or accept the status quo. We want to tell our children that everything is possible, anything is possible, not that we killed their planet, not that we destroyed any chance for them to have a real democracy where their voice matters. In order to live, we have to be beautiful and brave, if only just for a moment. Be courageous when the waves are crashing their hardest. Show love when it's easiest to hate. These are the ideals that Bernie represented. These are the ideals that we hold dear. And we must hold a litmus test to those who we would put in office, not the other way around. They must show us that they are willing to do the right thing no matter what, and not just when it's politically expedient. That, my friends, is not being ridiculous. It's us trying to save our country and the world. They say, sure, play the game. Sure, it's rigged, but you'll have fun. Well, we're not going to play your rigged game anymore. The political revolution lives on. Never Trump, never Hillary. Keep moving forward.